you've just launched some larger products, significantly larger from what we're used to from Bobcat, as far as loaders and excavators. What drove that?
Yeah, it's it's part of our bundle. When we talk about what our customers are looking for in products and equipment, certainly we get requests for some of those larger excavators and wheel loaders. And our previous relationships with the Doosan Heavy that we had a number of years ago, and that changed. And so we took a look at it and said, hey, you know what? These are products our customers are looking for and wanting to use, and so we decided to bring them back into the fold.
Now you are still under the umbrella of, and I get these names mixed up, like HD.
No, we're Doosan.
Doosan only.
Doosan only.
Okay.
Yep.
So how much Doosan is in these new products and how much Bobcat? How does that shake out?
We really, when it comes to what the Bobcat product is, that's really around what the Bobcat management team, the Doosan Bobcat management team manages. And so we build for particular regions of the world. And of course, we're a big global company. And so those things vary depending on, obviously the different customers in different parts of the world have different preferences. And so we have plants in those regions to support those customers. And that's globally our business.
Is there a possibility that you may go even bigger with loaders and excavators?
We never say never, but we're not going to announce anything today. I can tell you that. So we're reintroducing the current products that we've mentioned publicly, and we'll take a look, see how they perform, and we'll go from there.
Technology-wise, and I know that's really your specialty with your innovation title. What is in these larger loaders and larger excavators that may not be in the smaller products, or did the smaller products technology-wise influence what you did with the loader and excavator?
Yeah, well, typically, the customers for those larger wheel loaders and excavators have specific needs that can be a bit different than what the compact customers do. So I would say the technology, the controls, the things, the attributes people are looking for are tailored for those products because those are the customers typically for them, compared to a compact customer who's can be doing obviously very different kinds of jobs. We have different kinds of attachments for compact compared to the larger. So I think it's more about the applications of those products, and that's what drives the requirements for what we put into it, whatever, regardless of what the product is.
Can you give us an update on where Bobcat is electric-wise?
Electric-wise, yeah. So last year we introduced the world's first all-electric compact track loader, the T7X. That's what's running back in the background behind me out here, clearing off the site. And that's commercially available now in North America. And it's been received very, very well. It's a wonderful product, and all the customers who drive it talk about the power, performance, precision, and it happens to be sustainable. And I think that's an important point. It's a both, right? You have to show value to the customer around precision, efficiency, and that's where that product really shines, as well as it's very quiet. And oh, by the way, it's also a sustainable product too. But that's been our flagship. And then also what we're starting to do now is take some of those pieces of technology from the T7X and see where they might apply into some of our current products that are diesel hydraulic as well. And so that's been kind of interesting for us to look at where these things apply, because we've learned so much through the development of that platform that now we can apply them in some different ways.
Okay. And where are you? Well, we've seen a lot of hydrogen prototypes. Are you looking at that at all on the Bobcat end?
Yeah, absolutely we are. Yep. Yeah, we're looking at fuel cell, hydrogen engines, that kind of technology. A lot of other people are. Of course, there's different challenges with hydrogen, and the storage on site, delivery, and those kinds of things that also have to be solved. But I think it's been very good for the industry for us to look at different power sources, right? It's not just EV, but it could be hydrogen or fuel cell in the future. And what we've been doing, though, is because we're electrifying the platforms, the drive systems and that, they can accommodate different power systems in the future. So you might have a vehicle that has a diesel engine, it might have a battery, and it might have a fuel cell in the future. But since we've built the architectures underneath the vehicles, the power source may not matter as much from that standpoint.
With all this technology, how hard is it to keep costs down?
It's the challenge, but it's also the opportunity. And from our perspective, we see a lot of crossover from the automotive industry, and certainly as you know, some of the bloom came off of EV automotive. We got a lot of calls from suppliers in that industry, as well as our own suppliers within the compact industry that started to develop electrified or autonomous types of componentry. And so the costs have started to come down. And obviously we know that. There's a price point where a customer will not pay for this new technology, and we're very cognizant of that. And so that's what we constantly are testing in our prototypes. We take things out to customers. It's not just the fit technically, but the fit commercially around how they might use the technology as well as its cost.
Okay, and one last one for you. How and where is Bobcat using AI in anything that it does?
Yeah, so AI, it's a great buzzword, but I'm always quick to point out to people, AI is a tool. It's a powerful tool, but it's a technology tool, and I think it has to be applied in the right sort of use cases. It's not a solution unto itself. So there's a couple different areas where we're starting to use AI. One is within our manufacturing processes, and so there's lots of things you can do with vision inspections and those types of things. So that's one area we've actually implemented an AI system in. But secondly, with autonomy, and so helping equipment become smarter in an autonomy application, especially when it comes to like what we call visual perception. That's going to be a big area for us also to take a look at as well.